Actors often take paycheck roles just to put money in their pockets. Reputation is also a valuable resource that gets casting directors to trust them in the future, and choosing the wrong roles can derail their careers forever. Keep watching to learn why one bad movie can end a career overnight. Sean Connery. Sean Connery was the original James Bond and stepped into the super spy's tuxedo 7 times over 21 years. He seemed like he couldn't be stopped until he starred in 2003's The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, an adaptation of Alan Moore and Kevin O'Neill's comic book. It went through production hell and, once it was released, got terrible reviews. The entire experience was so unpleasant, it even made Sean announce his official retirement from acting in 2005. Warren Beaty. Warren Beaty was as successful, if not more, than Sean Connery, with 14 Academy Awards nominations and a career that began in 1961. He also stopped acting after a single terrible film. Town and Country began production in 2001. It was fraught with issues like rewrites and reshoots and got a 13% on Rotten Tomatoes. Warren didn't return to the silver screen until Rules Don't Apply in 2016. Tom Green. Tom Green began as a rap artist and then decided to focus on acting and comedy. MTV took notice of him and released The Tom Green Show in 1999. He moved on to small parts in films like Road Trip and Charlie's Angels. 20th Century Fox then gave him a chance to write, direct, and star in 2001's Freddy Got Fingered, but they've likely spent every day since wishing they hadn't. It was a major flop. Freddy Got Fingered has appeared on several worst movie ever made lists, though it did become a bit of a cult classic among fans of Tom's gross, goofy humor. He hasn't been seen on the big screen since, but he reportedly plans to return to stand-up, TV, and his own YouTube channel. Mike Myers. Appearing on SNL and Wayne's World shot Mike to fame in the 90s. He maintained it in the 2000s with films like Austin Powers and the Shrek franchise. Then The Love Guru came along in 2008. He decided to co-write and co-produce it. It turned out to be pretty racially insensitive and even worse than his previous children's film, The Cat in the Hat. The Love Guru earned Mike Razzie Awards aplenty for acting, directing, and producing. He's made a few small cameos, but hasn't appeared in a major film since, except for Shrek Forever After. Madonna. Not everyone can be a triple threat, and Madonna's acting career didn't last long. Her first film appearance was in 1985's Desperately Seeking Susan. A League of Their Own and Evita did fine, but it all fell apart when she appeared in 2002's Swept Away. She starred in it with her then-husband Guy Ritchie. It was a major flop and earned less than $600,000 despite costing $10 million to make. Guy took most of the blame, but the Razzies put it all on Madonna, with a Worst Actress award for her and a Worst On-Screen Couple award for the pair. Her next acting attempt, Die Another Day, earned her a Worst Supporting Actress award as well. She hasn't chanced it by appearing in a movie since, but has made guest appearances on shows like Will and Grace and SNL. Elizabeth Berkley. Elizabeth Berkley first appeared on screens as Jessie on Saved by the Bell. Audiences loved her character, but her first film role didn't fare as well. She played Nomi Malone in Showgirls in 1995. Critics said it verged on adult cinema, and it was nominated for 13 Razzies. It did become a cult classic and earned millions in rental sales. Elizabeth wasn't able to reach her former heights after the flop, and her agent even turned their back on her. Since then, she's only been able to find short roles on TV shows like CSI Miami and Law & Order. Chris Klein. Chris Klein can thank the American Pie franchise for his rise to fame. After that, he decided to take an entirely different role. Instead of a comedian, he'd be an action hero in the 2002 remake of the 1975 sci-fi film Rollerball. The film flopped and got slammed by critics, and he went into a depressive spiral. It fed his addiction to alcohol and left him out of the 2003 American Wedding and rejected from Mamma Mia. Chris eventually went to rehab and was released in 2010. Now that he's healthy, he's managed to maintain a TV career but hasn't been a leading man in film again. Kevin Costner. This Oscar-winning actor became famous for hits like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, The Bodyguard, and Dances with Wolves. In 1995, he joined the production of Waterworld. The expensive movie was filmed entirely at sea and went through production hell. Kevin's ego allegedly didn't help. The Postman in 1997 was his next attempt to regain his career traction, but it also failed. His only semi-successful film since was 2003's Open Range, though he has had a huge career renaissance with the show Yellowstone. Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy's career has been on a roller coaster of ups and downs. His most famous flop was 2007's Norbit. No one can say he didn't put in enough work, playing the title character, his overweight wife, and an old Chinese American. It wasn't his worst commercial flop, but it was torn apart by critics over its insensitive content. It's speculated that it even cost him a Best Supporting Actor nomination for Dreamgirls. He went on hiatus until the 2019 Netflix film Dolomite Is My Name, which essentially rescued his career. Cuba Gooding Jr. Cuba was an Oscar winner and critic favorite in Jerry Maguire and As Good as It Gets. Unfortunately for him, it was the beginning of the end. He starred in Snow Dogs, an inane children's movie. That led to similar bombs, such as Daddy Day Camp, and he won a Razzie for his role in Norbit. Recent charges of sexual misconduct have also cemented him as an actor whose career will never recover. Christopher Reeves. Christopher Reeves' experience began what was known as the Superman curse. He was a new actor when he first got to play the Man of Steel in 1978, and then 4 more times. Superman 3 was a major hit. He agreed to act in the 4th film if he had creative control. Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, was a major flop and led to him turning down potentially major roles and wanting to quit acting. In 1995, he fell from his horse and was paralyzed from the neck down. He created the Christopher and Dana Reeves Foundation to help those with disabilities. Brandon Routh. Brandon also got to experience the Superman curse firsthand. Like Christopher, he didn't have an impressive resume when he signed on for 2003's Superman Returns, but his looks and charisma earned him the part. The film could have been his breakout role, but that wasn't the case. It received positive reviews but poor box office returns. That led to the worst possible fate for a superhero film: no opportunities for sequels. Brandon has only acted in small parts since. He's been a part of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World and a few straight-to-DVD releases. Geena Davis. Geena did well during the 80s and 90s. She appeared in successful films like Beetlejuice, A League of Their Own, and Thelma and Louise. She even earned Academy Award nominations. Cutthroat Island was a pirate film with a troubled production. It earned terrible reviews and was one of the worst box office bombs in history, making $10 million from its $98 million budget. The only noticeable appearance from Geena since was her Golden Globe Award-winning acting in 2005's Commander-in-Chief. She's become an activist for film diversity and has a foundation for female athletes. Jamie Kennedy. Jamie Kennedy became a core part of the horror franchise Scream as Randy Meeks. He was both the comic relief and an important source of information. He decided to take his comedy chops a bit further with 2005's Son of the Mask, a sequel to the Jim Carrey hit The Mask. But it couldn't capture the original's charm. Jamie saw how it affected his career and decided to make a documentary in 2007 called Heckler. Unfortunately, it wasn't successful either. Jamie is now only able to find parts in small direct-to-DVD roles. Demi Moore. Demi was a major name in the 80s Brat Pack and became known for her performances in Ghost and A Few Good Men. She became the highest-paid actress of the time. In 1996, she earned $12.5 million for Striptease, the highest for an actress in history. The movie was a major flop and won 6 Razzie Awards. She even took home one for Worst Actress. Her next project, G.I. Jane, didn't do much better. Her personal life is still a topic of interest for the tabloids and media outlets, such as her relationships with Bruce Willis and Ashton Kutcher, but her acting career has yet to fully recover. Now it's time to hear from you. Which actor's career would you revive if you could? Let us know in the comments section below.